It's the afternoon edition of the Weather Extreme video. This is for the 4th of July. Yes, indeed. Working the old TV shift here this evening, watching scattered storms. A very typical summer day in Alabama. We'll check some of the Skycam shots at mid-afternoon. We'll start with the Chehaw Skycam, and that's always a good place to be on a hot summer day. Elevation up there at 2,400 feet. Alabama's highest mountain south of Anniston. Partly sunny and hazy as we look down the spine of the Talladega Mountains. But a lot of folks would rather be here out on the water. That's the Tombigbee River as seen from our Skycam at the Demopolis Civic Center. Basically where Marengo, Sumter, and Greene counties all come together. And yeah, everybody's down here at Gulf Shores. They've had some storms in scattered pockets around the Gulf Coast today, but still a fair amount of sunshine there. And if you are headed down that way, no big issues over the next 5 to 7 days. Yes, there will be scattered storms about, but that's typical for summertime. Pretty decent amount of sun, highs on the immediate coast in the upper 80s, and the water temperatures are in the middle 80s. You can see the scattered convection across the southern states underneath the ridge that covers much of the nation. And, of course, due to the scattered nature of the rain, temperatures are just all over the board. That's a forecaster's nightmare. At mid-afternoon, it's 72 in Gadsden. It's 101 at Muscle Shoals. Take your pick. Birmingham sitting at 95, and that's about where I think we had forecast the average high for today. But around the nation, you kind of see the core of the heat beginning to shift northwest away from here. And understand, it's always hot in July and August, but we're starting to see evidence, especially next week, that the heat moves west, and we have the door open for lower heat levels and better rain chances, and I think most folks would not mind that. That is a classic case of scattered afternoon storms on a summer day in Alabama. That's the radar at 2:46 this afternoon, and those storms are drifting south. Some locations getting very heavy rain, gusty winds, lightning. Other folks are in hazy sunshine. Convective outlook for the rest of the day and tonight, and you'll see this on most summer days. We've got the 5% chance of a severe storm, and with these summer storms, they're pulse storms. They can have a brief period of strong winds, wet microbursts, where it might be enough to knock down some trees and power lines, but nothing like the classic severe storms of spring and fall. And the rain for the next 5 days, valid through Monday morning of next week. And these maps are not that useful in summer. We show them just to give you an idea of the pattern. You can kind of see the ring of fire effect with the storms on the periphery of the big upper high that should be around Wichita, Kansas. And every day we'll have the scattered storms. Just one storm alone might bring you 1 inch of rain. While, 5 miles down the road, there's nothing. But I think if you average out the rain we get between now and the weekend, most folks ought to get at least 1 or 2 decent downpours. Tropical weather, let's not forget this is hurricane season. Pretty quiet. The guys at NHC have a little wave circled in the eastern Caribbean, but that will not be developing. The out there in the breeding ground, the eastern Atlantic, it's just not happening because the water is cool, the air is very dry. A lot of the Sahara dust is out there, so we think things will be quiet for a while. We'll check the modeling. This is the 12Z GFS, the global forecast system, valid tomorrow at 1 o'clock at 500 millibars. This is about 18,000 feet off the ground. Big expansive ridge over much of the nation. The westerlies or the storm track is up north. And down below that tomorrow, a lot like today. And again, you're just going to see a lot of this in coming days. We'll have typical summer weather, partly sunny, hot, hazy. Scattered storms in the afternoon, highs in the middle 90s. The GFS is showing 96. Same thing Friday, and the weather's not going to change over the weekend. No focus on those blue blobs. That's not really a way of identifying where it's going to rain. Nobody knows where the showers will pop up, but they will be out there. The initiation of summer storms are based on little small-scale boundaries that you really don't know about until they get on the board. And Sunday, the same thing. Now, let's go to Monday of next week. That's the pattern change we've talked about. It's a reversal. The heat, that 594 ring over Utah, that is the core of the nasty hot weather. A nice cooler trough develops over the east, and a surface boundary is north of here. And while surface cold fronts rarely ever come through in July and August, they can certainly enhance the coverage of rain. And I think that could happen next week. There's Monday, there's Tuesday, and Wednesday with a stall front north of here. So for next week, heat levels should be down, rain chances should be up. And for a parched Alabama, that's pretty good news. That's it for the Weather Extreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. Next video here by tomorrow morning about 7 o'clock. And don't forget to watch us. I'll be working the night shift, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 on the live stream or the television side. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.